Love problem. Love problem. They call it love triangle. Yes, right. That is what we hear all the time. Love triangle. Boom, boom, boom. This happened. So what do you call? So love triangle is when three people are in a love mess, right? One, two, three. So when you have four people, what do you call it? This is four-sided, not three-sided. I think it's quadrilateral. So how do you say quadrilateral triangle or quadrilateral love? Love quadrilateral? I don't know. You go figure. Anyways, so this story involves four people. Three men, three women, one man in Spring, Texas. Spring, Texas. So this has been trending and it was just finalized, the case last weekend, last Saturday actually, in the courthouse. So apparently, Miss Karen Stewart, a 51-year-old female, called the authorities, called the police and said she shot and killed her husband, Mr. James Hargrove. Hargrove. Hargrove? Yeah. Anyways, pronounce her now if you sabi and pass me. Go ahead, pronounce her, make I hear. Not my papa name. My papa name na Awala. Easy to pronounce. Anyways, so she called the authority and said she shot and killed her husband. At the time the authority got there, at the time the police got there, they found Mr. James Hargrove dead with multiple gunshots. Multiple. Not be one, not be two. Back. Come on now, people. Why would you want to kill somebody anyways? This love triangle thing or love quadrilateral, I don't know. Why would you want to do that? If it's not working out for you, you move. www.moveon.com. Move. If you can't move, let some people come here pull you. Move. MoveOn.com. Why do you have to kill somebody? Why do you have to risk spending the rest of your life in prison? Or maybe even get a death sentence? How would you want to do that? Move. It's not hard like that. It's not too hard. It's not that serious. Move on. You never know. You might go out there and find a better person. Why do you want to kill anybody? So the authorities said when they got into the house, they found an unidentified lady, which is the second lady. So Mr. Karen Stewart is one. And then this unidentified lady is the second person. Apparently, the victim told the woman that called the police, that said she's the wife, that he is in love with this unidentified lady, according to KPRC News. And he now told Karen that he is in love with this woman. The lady said she came there for her and the victim to discuss some issues. So probably they were dating before and I don't know what happened. And anyways, that is not the story. However, when Sandra came in, maybe the guy now probably introduced and said, this is the woman I told you I'm in love with, you know. Get ready because you need to check out because I don't find another love. You know, I don't know, I'm just saying though. I feel pity for that man. So I guess during then that is when the one, not necessarily the woman, the mama, the Karen Stewart, she gets carry on. You know, in Texas, you can carry. You don't have to be licensed. You get your molar, go buy a gun, you carry. Anybody harass you, boom, boom, you shot the person. Like that. I don't feel so, but apparently she has a gun. Or maybe Mr. Hargrove have a gun and she lives in the house. She probably knows where the gun is. She went and picked it up. So what happened to the lady? The unidentified lady. Did she run for her dear life? Or did she say, oh, now you, they go look for that woman, so let me leave her alone. It's you I'm going to kill. But he's the one you're in love with, though. Even though, I don't know, it's just so confusing. But that is what the authorities said they found when they came. The woman was dead. The other lady was still there because they interviewed her. She's the one that said she came to have a discussion with Mr. Hargrove, and Karen came in and boom, 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 things started to happen. Things got scatter, then it happened. It's sad though. It's Spring, Texas. Then, I told you there are 3 women, right? And 1 man. Mr. Sandra Hargrove. So on Saturday, apparently, Sandra went to the courthouse and said her son, which is a stepson, the son to the late Mr. James Hargrove, called her and told her husband was shot dead. Husband. Remember Sandra said she shot and killed her husband? Now there's another lady, Sandra Hargrove, came and identified herself as the wife of the victim. I didn't know they have polygamous thing going on in Texas. I didn't know it's legal that you can have more than 1 wife, more spouse. Is it behind the door thing? Anyways, I don't know, but something happened. So she said the victim is her husband, though. That the stepson called her and told her, so she's in court, that she is still legally married to Mr. James, to the late Mr. James Hargrove. That they were separated, but they were still legally married. She said actually they separated, but they've been good friends. She was actually crying at a point. You know how some marriages, you're there, the thing is not working, there's fighting, there's all that, and then you separated and you become friends. Maybe something fit happen, then if you come back together, you know, things like that can happen sometimes. You never know. Or you just say, okay, let's take some space. If it's God's will, we'll come back together. If it's meant to be, we're gonna come back. You know, stories like that happens. So she said they were still legally married. She's still the wife. So she now said another thing, that Karen Stewart was a caregiver to late Mr. James Hargrove. So apparently he just got discharged from hospital. That he was in the hospital for about 5 months from COVID. So probably while in the hospital, not there the love connection happened. I don't know. Or was the caregiving in the house and Karen was providing the care and they fell in love and they got married in the backyard, because this one is still legally married. I don't know, because she says she's married and Sandra Hargrove said it's her husband. There's no divorce yet. So why was Miss Karen Stewart claiming to be married? Let me leave you to listen to Miss Sandra Hargrove. Listen to her story. It's so pathetic. At the point she was even crying, and I felt pity for her. Just take time and listen.
Sandra Hargrove.
And Sandra, right?
Yes.
Sandra, tell me a little bit about this. What's going on with this case?
I honestly don't know. I just know I got the call that my husband had been shot, and they took him to Houston Northwest. He didn't make it. And now I'm here to try to figure out what's going on.
And the Sheriff's Department, and we reported that wife shoots husband, but you're saying that's not the case?
No, I'm
I'm
legally his wife. We've been married since 2009. We met 2006. We just separated in November. And I'm assuming maybe that's the person. I'm not positive because I've never met the person. I have no idea. My knowledge is she's a caregiver. That's all. That's the most I know about her.
This apparently, from what we've heard from the woman who was running away from the scene, that there might have been something going on between him and that woman, and then him and Miss Karen.
I heard the same thing.
Know, does this surprise you, or are you shocked? It just seems hard to believe.
It's very hard to believe. It's we've been married for 14 years. It's very hard to believe. Where
do you go from now? They're not calling anybody but you about all this. The Sheriff's Department. I mean, tell me about that. How did they contact you? What happened?
My son, not our oldest son, but his oldest son, my stepson, And of course, I'm the legal spouse. So yes, everything is on us and on the family. So now I'm just trying to get him from the ME's office and start to try to find where we go from here.
What did you think when you heard?
It wasn't
details?
true. It's still not believable. I mean, clearly it is because I'm here, but it's not believable.
And as far as correcting the story goes, it's important to get it right.
Yes, yes, because I haven't killed anyone, so definitely yes.
Yeah, and as far as what may have been going on between these two different ladies, whatever, you haven't really had much contact. Tell us about the contact that you had with him since November.
I talk to him every other day. So I talk to him every other day. I haven't really seen him since my nephew's wedding, but I talk to him every other day. So but I had no idea about any of that. All this is new. All of it is new. So, shocked.
Why did you decide to come down here this morning?
Because that's my husband. He's still my husband.
Despite everything else, you have to figure out where to go next. I mean, what to do next.
I mean, we have grandkids, we have kids, we have nieces and nephews. That's still my husband.
How has it been trying to explain all that to everybody? Or have you had a chance to?
I don't understand it. So it's hard for me to explain because I don't understand it.
Yeah. Anything you'd want to say or?
I'm just trying to straighten everything out. Definitely we want justice. And right now I'm just trying to get him so I can try to lay him to rest. So we're having a problem with that because, of course, they have her saying that that's the spouse. So that's my fight right now.
Okay. Sandra, thank you for speaking with me. I appreciate it. What was he like? I mean, obviously things kind of got messy there towards the end, but what was he like?
Even when we separated, we didn't because that's my best friend. So it wasn't where we can be married anymore, but we still definitely had a relationship. And we have, like I said, we have a whole family. You don't do 17 years total, if it wasn't a friendship there. So he just recovered from COVID. He had been in the hospital. He was there 5 months. He couldn't walk. He had 2 heart attacks, a stroke, his kidneys failed, and he had just recovered from all of that. So for him to make it through all of that, to end like this is real disheartening.
You saw that? That was Sandra Hasgrove saying she was, now the guy is dead, so she was still legally married to Mr. James Hargrove. And Karen Stewart said, my husband. Maybe I see, how they said if you live with a guy or a woman, like you're dating and you live together for a particular number of time, you are married, they call it shacking up. You don't shack up for some time, and for a particular period of time, you are considered to be married. Probably that is why Miss Sandra said her husband. So, did Mr. James Hargrove, did he let Karen know he was married? Or he did not? The most painful, one of the most painful parts is that, according to Miss Sandra, she said Mr. Hargrove went through 2 heart attacks, a stroke, and was hospitalized for about 5 months for COVID. He went through all of that, came out. Probably dude was celebrating, had a Thanksgiving planned out, has it's summertime in Texas, planning some picnic, to do some barbecue and roast and celebrate with family. He went through all of that, preparing and boom! This woman killed him. Come on now. If it's too hard, if the relationship is getting too unbearable, waka, run. Do not kill nobody, because there's a repercussion. You cannot kill and be free. Now she's being held behind bars with a $75,000 bail bond. I don't know if she get that kind of money, but even she gets her. So basically my advice is, if the relationship is getting too dirty and too hard, leave. do not stay. Don't go to prison on nobody's account. Just like in a marriage, not to talk of a boyfriend, you're dating. So apparently you've not gone to the court yet. Because if you had gone to the courthouse to do that registry or something, they will tell you, this dude is still married because there's no record of divorce, but there will be a record of a marriage to Sandra Hargrove. So apparently you've not gone to that stage yet, and you can't they kill him. What did they do you? How bad? People, learn, move. You're not a tree. A tree can be uprooted and move somewhere else. So my advice is, nobody is what you, no man, no woman is what you're going to jail because of some love. If you love someone, you wouldn't even kill the person. That is my belief. You know how they say if it's yours, it's going to come back? Sometimes they said the violence is taken by force. Maybe. But you didn't take this one by force. Now you kill him. He's gone now. You're here. So your love is gone. How are you going to do that? You're going to love yourself? Are you going to go start romancing the grave? Anyways, my people, it's sad though. The man is gone now. My condolences to the Hargrove family. I hope God will grant you the grace to bear this loss and stay blessed. Once again, thank you guys for watching. If you've not subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe, okay? I really will appreciate that. And thank you for those that subscribed already. And if you haven't, come on, what is that? Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time and have a wonderful day. Thank you. Ta-da!